Shock Monkey Radio is created by adults for entertainment purposes. The views and opinions expressed here do not reflect the sponsors or FXPG Public Radio. For additional information, refer to the U.S. Bill of Rights. Stand warned.
All right, let's go to these sad news story. New Orleans shooting kills a 9-year-old boy and wounds 2 teens. New Orleans police investigating the killing of a 9-year-old boy in a street shooting that also wounded 2 teens, 13 and 15. Police said the young boy is a victim of Monday afternoon of the senseless violence that has escalated in the city for the past month, Fox 8 New Orleans reported. Quote, again, this is unnecessary, this is unfortunate, and most importantly, this is disheartening for us in a community to accept a boy who has not lived his life yet to be killed on the streets of New Orleans, Police Chief Sean Ferguson said. He spoke to reporters after arriving to the shooting scene with New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell. Fox 8 said the boy, Devontae Bryant, was just days away from celebrating his 10th birthday when he was killed. He died of a gunshot wound to the head. Quote, energetic child, he had fun, he always smiled, just full of life. The whole neighborhood knows him. He's by everybody. Everybody loved him. He's just a good child, the boy's father, Donald Bryant, told the station. He said the shooting happened soon after he came back from the store with Devontae. The other 2 shooting victims were a 15-year-old who was shot in the stomach and a 13-year-old boy who was shot in the leg. Police released a photo of the white Jeep Wrangler they say was involved. Quote, investigators believe at the time of the incident, the vehicle was occupied by 3 subjects who were dressed in dark clothing, hoodies, and face masks. The vehicle was being driven without a license plate, they added. So I guess it seems like this 15-year-old and this 13-year-old boy were the targets. Possibly. I don't know. And so, I mean, it could be like a gang thing. And, you know, this is the problem when, you got to let cops be cops. Or otherwise you're going to have these unlicensed cars driving around, hit squads running around. Crime's going to take over the streets. The vacuum will be filled by somebody. That's how it works. That's just like the South China Sea. It's the basics. You got to exert the authority or anarchy will reign. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And that's the point. That's the point. Good men and women to do nothing. So you need to stand up for your city. You don't like them rioting the streets? You need to go out there and tell them, it's like, hey, get the cops in there. Quit looking at the president and say, like, it's not our fault. It most absolutely is your fault, governors. It most absolutely is your fault, mayor. You got to back up your police or else you're going to have anarchy on your hands. Are you too scared to give these stupid children anarchist assholes a fucking spanking? They need to be spanked. Apparently they haven't been spanked in their whole life, and I think that's probably the problem here. So you're all so scared to bring a little authority and bitch slap these motherfuckers and set them straight. Start charging them with crimes. Start throwing them in prison. They'll start seeing it as oh, I guess a polite society doesn't behave, a person shouldn't behave that way. Sorry about that, Rant. This cinnamon whiskey, it's so delicious, but I can't speak right when I'm reading. I think I should stick to the beer.